guys, good morning. It's KCFX. Today I'm going to be talking of trades which we'll be looking at in this first week of June. Okay, so happy new month, more green pips, more profit, more winning, more accurate signals and analysis from KCFX from my side to us. Alright guys, let's head to the chat so I can break down what you should be looking at the first week of June. Okay. Alright, now we have Euro USD. I'm going to be talking a few pairs today which we'll be looking at in the new week. Okay, so you can see clearly on the 4 hours time frame. You can see on Euro USD we have higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Okay, and also we had a higher high here, and because price broke this level, that's why you see we have a lower high, because now we see market now has shifted from uptrend, which you see here, now to a downtrend move. Okay, so the Euro USD now is on a downtrend move since 2 weeks now. Okay, so now we should see more push towards the downside. Okay, so now you can see we have a lower high here. Okay, we have lower low here, and also a lower high here. Okay, and you can see price came towards the downside. Okay, which is this level. Okay, we can see price broke this previous lower low, right? Okay, to give us a new lower low at this downside. Okay, so that's to say we see more downward push for Euro USD. Okay, it means USD is still getting more stronger. Okay, you know how it's done. If the dollars is strong, okay, it keeps falling, right? So if the euro is stronger than dollars, euro keeps buying. Okay, so that's how it's done. So at the moment you see dollars is still getting stronger by the week. Okay, so we keep on following the trend. Okay, we don't fight against the trend, we follow the trend. Okay, whatever the trend is doing, we are doing as well. So right now the trend, we see downward movement, so we're looking to keep on selling Euro USD till we see a shift in the market towards the upward side. Okay, so right now I'm going to zoom in well so we can really see what's happening. Okay, so right now you can see market gave us a lower low, which we see here, and now we have a high here. Okay, we have a high now. So right now I want to delete this Fibonacci retracement too. Okay, since we're in a downward trend, we should have a lower low and a lower high. Okay, right now this was a lower low which we saw yesterday, but we can see clearly that market has come down towards this level, and what happened, we can see price now has come down here. Okay, and price now has come up, crossing this previous lower high, giving us a new lower high. Okay, so now what this means now is price now has given us a new high. We can call this lower high 1. Okay, as I will show you in all my videos. Okay, we can say this lower high is 1. Okay, and we can say we have a new lower high here which we can put here, and we can call this 2. Okay, so we can call this 2. Alright, so this is the high. So now drawing the Fibonacci retracement to when you see price coming to the golden zone for us to see we take an entry. Okay, after price has gotten to the golden zone, we see our criteria, of course. Then what happens, we see price come towards the downside, right? Yes. Okay, so now I'm going to use the Fibonacci retracement to show us what we want to see. Okay, so now because we have a new high, which is the second one, which is up, we're going to put a Fibonacci retracement to from the high to the low. Okay, because we are looking to sell, so we need to put draw a Fibonacci retracement from the high towards the low, because we are looking to keep selling towards the downside. So now we draw from the high towards the low, which is at this level. Now we can see clearly that price is give us a red candle, which you see closed yesterday night. Okay, we need to see price coming to the golden zone, which is this area here. Okay, You know the golden zone. The golden zone is this area, the 0.618 area and the 0.5. This area is our golden zone, okay, which we can see clearly price might get there on this first week of June, okay. So we wait patiently and see as price does that, okay. So now what do we want to see? We want to see price come down this way, okay, into the golden zone, right? I will say our criteria is checked. Then what happens? We take ourselves towards the downside, towards this level, going to give us a possible lower low, which is going to be at this level. Okay, so this is what we want to look at. Okay, remember we're using 4 hours time frame. As I always explain to us, the 4 hours time frame is where you can clearly see the bigger picture of the market and also understand how you can get your highs and lows, whether it's in a downward trend or an upward trend. Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to move in towards GBP USD. As I always say, USD and GBP USD, they correlate 100%. Okay, 100% is what I say. So if USD is going down, GBP USD is also going down. So if GBP USD is going up, EU as well is going up. Okay, so they work in hand. The only difference of them is one might be slower than the other. But that's just the difference within these two points. Okay, so I'm going to be working on GBP USD now. Let's see what we want to see. Same scenario as we have in USD. We saw higher highs, okay, we saw higher lows and higher highs, right? Now we can see price has broken this level here. Price has broken this level here, okay, which make market now is in a downward trend. Okay, price broke this higher low here, which made market now become came down, broke this higher low, and now market now has shifted down towards a downtrend market. Okay, so that is what we are seeing. So now what do we want to do now? Since now we have a downward trend that shows us lower highs and lower lows, we need to still look we need to keep looking for sales in the market. Okay, so for GU, what are we looking at? We have a lower high here, we have a low here. Okay, so at the moment what do we see? We saw price come from here. Okay, you know what, let me take out this Fibonacci retracement so it doesn't really confuse us. Okay, so now this is what we are seeing. Okay, we saw a lower low, we saw a lower high, which you see I named 1. Okay, and price didn't get into the golden zone. Okay, price came up here, came down to this level, but didn't give us didn't go into the golden zone, so it's invalid. Okay, so remember in my VIP session or in my free session, when I say okay by 7:30 or by 9 o'clock or by 10:30 or 10 o'clock, when I say that they were going to be taking an entry to shoot either to the upside or to the downside, what I'm waiting for, okay, is for price to get into the golden zone and as well see criteria is met. Okay, if criteria are not met, you see I'm quiet. Okay, it means market is invalid. Okay, there's no cut, there's no clear opening, so we don't do anything until we see an opening. Okay, so now we see lower high 1, so price come down, then give us a clear golden zone movement and no criteria was also set. We also saw price come up again, crossing the previous lower high, giving us a new lower high too. Okay, and we saw price come down again, but price didn't come into the golden zone, which also is invalid, right? And now you can see price went up again, crossing the previous LH2, giving us an LH3, that's lower high 3, which means we have 3 lower highs. Okay, we have the first one which failed, which is this. We had the second one which failed, which is this. Now we have the third one. So we want to see price come towards the downside, which we saw clearly. That was last week entry GBP USD, which we also take an entry and also one in that pair. Okay, we saw price coming to the golden zone. This area give us a cool criteria, and we took a sell towards TP1, TP2, and I think TP3 too. We're all good on that pair. Okay, so now we see price now is heading towards the upside again. So what are we looking at now? We saw price come to LH3, came down, gave us the golden zone criteria, we took an entry, and now price is going up again. What we want to see, okay, is price coming towards this level, crossing this level, okay, crossing the LH3 and giving us a new one here. Okay, so if that happens, we want to see clone, we want to see an LH. This time is going to be 4, okay, because we have 1, 2, 3, and this is going to be a new high. So what do we want to see the market do now? We want to see market come towards this level, okay, come up towards this level, alright, and come down into the golden zone, give us a criteria, then we shoot towards the downside. Okay, so this is what we want to see. This is what we want to look at. Okay, so this is what we want to see. We want to see price do this. Okay, now our short position is going to be around this level, okay, and our TP is going to be all the way down towards our new lower high, new lower low, which is at this level, okay. Our golden zone is going to be around this level where our criteria as well needs to be checked, okay. So this is what we want to see, okay. So GBUSD is very much cool, okay. Either we see price come towards the upside or price come downward, anyway we are good, okay. Alright guys, heading to the next one. The next one now, we're looking at Bitcoin. Now we're looking at gold, okay, gold. So on gold, remember, as I said, gold is still very much on the bearish side, okay. Gold is very much on the bearish side. What we are working on now is the mini structure, okay. Inside the whole picture, we're looking at this level, but we are looking to keep selling around this level. We're working with this level. Either market gives us a high, uptrend high, okay, or a downtrend selling side, we're going to work in either buying or selling in this area, the mini structure, and that's what we're working with for almost 2 weeks now, which I still intend to work with 1st June of this new month, okay. So now let's go into it and work with it, okay. So now, as of last week, we took an entry on gold, which really went towards the downside, hit our stop, take profit, and also went further down, okay. You can see price went further towards the downside, gave us a new lower low, which we've been wanting price to do for a while, okay. We saw a lower low at this level, which is good for our setup, okay. Now, how do we get a lower high? Okay, to get a lower high, as long as you have a lower low, okay, and you saw price come towards the downside, crossing this previous LL, that gave us a new lower low. So now, how do we get a lower high? A lower high, to do that, since you have a lower high here and a lower low here, you need to draw a Fibonacci retracement tool from the low here, because we want to see a high, so it's going up. Okay, so we need to click on lower low here up to the higher high. Sorry, the lower high. Okay, so our lower high, we want to see it at this level. This is where our lower high is supposed to be at. This level. Okay, this level. That's the 0.618 area. This red dashed line. That's where we want to see price come. We want to see price just touch it. We don't need price to be few pips to it. We want to see price just touch the line or go above or do whatever, but it needs to cross the line or touch the line. That's what we want to see. And we can see clearly price broke through this line and went further up and even higher, okay. And now if you see clearly, price now went higher and broke this previous lower high. And now remember, on my videos, okay, many of them, okay, I say this all the time, if price comes towards the previous lower high, as long as the lower high has a valid lower low, okay, if price comes towards the lower high, it breaks it, okay. If price breaks that lower high with a valid lower low, okay, understand, it means market has now shifted, either in the short term or long term, we don't know, okay. Market will need to decide that for us, but I will be saying price broke this previous lower high. You can see where it is now, okay. It broke this previous lower high, which means now market has shifted. Maybe short term, long term, market will decide that, but for me, I will use short term, okay. Market has moved towards uptrend, because now we have lower highs and lower lows, which means the market is on a downtrend, okay. But as long price has broken its lower high with a valid lower low, it means price has now shifted. Now we'll be looking for higher highs and higher lows, because now it's not going to be bullish, okay. So I'm going to explain that really quick by practicalizing it on the chart. Okay, so now this is no longer going to be valid, because now we are seeing bullish come to play. Alright, so okay, let's do that. Alright, okay, so now I'm going to take out this Fibonacci adjustment, because it's no longer needed, okay. We saw lower high broken, and now we see a shift in the market from a downward trend to an upward trend, okay. So I delete this one. So what we want to see, this one now is no longer valid, so I'm going to delete this, okay. It's no longer valid. Now we have a high here, so now what do we say? We say this lower low now is not going to be our higher low, because now it has now shifted. So now this lower low is going to be our higher low, okay. We'll give this 18, okay. We can just make this one maybe blue, okay. Alright, so this is no longer valid, okay. So now we have a higher high above, so now we can call this level higher high, okay. So this now is not going to be a high now on the bullish side now, okay, on the bullish side now, okay. You can see price broke this level, okay, and it's lower. You can see price, even if we saw a week is enough to shift the market, okay. That week shifted the market from downward trend to an upward trend, okay. So that's it. All right, we have a high here. Okay, cool. So now we want to see a higher low. Remember, now it's a bullish trend, so we're looking to buy. We're not selling right now, we're looking to buy. So now I want to see market now create a higher low. How do you draw use the Fibonacci retracement to identify your higher low? Now I'm going to show you how we do that. Okay, so now to do that, you need to draw your Fibonacci retracement from the higher low. Okay, from the higher low to, sorry, from the higher high. Okay, we're going to see a higher low, which is down. So we're drawing from the higher low down. Okay, so sorry, from the higher high down. Now we draw a Fibonacci retracement from the higher high down to the higher low, because we're looking for a higher low now. And the higher low is down. Okay, not up. So now we want to see price now. Okay, we want to see price come into this level. Just touching the 0.618 area is enough. That's what we need. If price can come into this just touching it is what we need. Okay, and if price can touch it, we are good to go. Okay, and also the golden zone is supposed to be here because we're looking to buy from the higher low. Okay, so we want to see price just touch it, okay, or come into it. It's still so far. We see price coming to the golden zone. Okay, a criteria needs to be checked as well. And what happens? We take a shot towards the upside. This is what we want to see. Okay, we want price coming to the golden zone. Okay, the criteria needs to be checked. Then we buy. Okay, so now we're going to be having our high around this place here. Our high is going to be around there. Okay, so this is what we want to see. Now our long position is going to be inside the golden zone after our criteria has been checked. Okay, towards the higher high, which is at this level, and yeah, our stop loss can be at this level here. Okay, so this is what we're looking at for gold for first week of June. We want to see price coming to that golden zone. Our criteria is checked, and we push the market towards the upside. This is what we want to see. Okay, so I think that's that on gold. There's no special thing we need to look at. This is what we want to see, and that's what gold needs to do. Okay, we trust the system. We make sure we're doing the same thing all the time, and also tweaking it and making it much better, which I work 24/7 around the clock to make sure we're getting the best. Okay, and so far so good, we are doing that. Okay, alright guys, please don't forget, try and subscribe, like, comment, whatever you need to know. Okay, you can also join my group. Okay, I have live sessions which I do sometimes. Okay, how to trade this way. Okay, it's easy. Okay, I make it easy for us to understand how to trade. Try and subscribe. Okay, and also on my bio you can see there's a link there where you can use to access. Okay, and also be able to chat, and so we are going to be moving on to the next pair. Okay, gold is done. Okay, so we're going to be moving on to not UJPY and JPJPY. I'm not going to be touching that pair for a while because that pair has been really fumbling for a while. You can see we have lower highs 1, 2, 3, a lot of lower highs, and nothing has really happened. So GBP, JPY, and UJPY, GJ and EJ, I'm going to let them move. Okay, I need to see something that's going to make me or force me to do something, but for now I'm just going to be watching the pair. Okay, from my own side, I'm not going to talk about this pair right now. Okay, but on the VIP section, I'm going to, as I said, on the VIP area, I'm going to be doing 30 minutes live session with us once in a week. Okay, I'm going to pass that across to us in the VIP area. Okay, how I'm going to be doing it. I'll also be discussing GJ and EJ. Okay, how we're going to go through and how we're going to take pairs on this, take trades on these pairs. Okay, so I'm going to skip GU and EJ for now, and I'm going to be heading towards Bitcoin. Okay, now Bitcoin is going to be our last pair, which second to the last pair, because I need to talk about Solana as well. Okay, so on Bitcoin, what do we see on Bitcoin? Now Bitcoin, it's clear that Bitcoin also we saw price shift from uptrend market. Okay, which we have here. This is an uptrend market. Okay, and what happened? Price came down, broke this previous higher low, and now market is now on a downtrend market for Bitcoin. Okay, so now Bitcoin now is falling. Okay, we have a lower high here, we have a lower low here, we also have our lower high here, and what happened? We saw our lower low here. Why did we see our lower low there? Okay, we saw price came down from this lower high, broke the previous lower low, and gave us a new lower low. Okay, that's how you confirm we have a new lower low. And remember, you do this only on the 4 hours time frame. This is the best time to check, okay? That will give you accurate lower highs or higher lows, depending the case or situation, okay? Alright, so now I'm going to zoom in. Let's work on this pair now. Alright, so now we have lower highs and lower lows. What do we want to see now? We want to see a lower high. And how do we get a lower high? A lower high, as I just explained on the previous video, okay? The previous gold and GU and EU, okay? I explained that if you want to get a lower high, you need to draw your, since we have a lower high and a lower low here, okay, you need to draw a Fibonacci retracement to from the low this time, because of course we're looking for a lower high which is up, so we're drawing our Fibonacci retracement to from the lower low here up to the lower high which is here, okay? So now what do we want to see? We want to see price move towards the upside, which is this area, okay? We want to see price come towards this area, this 0.618 area. Just touching the loan is okay, all right? We don't want to see price coming close or few pips to 0.618 area. We want to see price touch the line, like actually touch it. That's what we want to see, or maybe break it, okay? We want to see those two, touch it or break it, not few pips to it or not very close to it or small inch, no, not that. We want to see price touch 0.618 area or cross it, okay, before we can start looking for price coming down into the golden zone. And what happens? We get our criteria checked, and what happens? We take a sell again towards the downside, okay? This is exactly what we want to see on Bitcoin, okay? Hopefully it happens this week, okay? So this is what we want to see. Also Solana USD, okay? We took an entry already on a sell on this pair towards the downside, okay, at the VIP session. I'm not going to be talking about how I got that, how I set up the, how I ran the setup, okay? That's only for our VIP members, okay? I only show this strategy to only our VIP members. We are already in a sell in this position, and we are not going to be, I'm not going to be sharing it to us on generally, okay? It's going to be for VIP alone, okay? Only VIP have access to this strategy, okay? That's why we see more entries mostly every day, every time, okay? So this is exclusively for VIP members, okay? This particular strategy is only for my VIP members. So that's it, guys. So I've spoken about EU, GU, Bitcoin, gold, and which one again? Yeah, only those four, right? Yes, only those four. Yeah, I spoke about 4 pairs, okay? Exceptional Solana, that's Sol USD, which I'm not going to be talking on this video, okay? Only my VIP members will have access to the discussion on why I took a sell position on Sol USD, okay? Alright guys, I think I'm going to be ending the video here today. Don't forget to subscribe, okay? And of course you can join, so you can also learn how to trade the KCFX way, okay? Alright guys, enjoy the remaining hours of today, and have a weekend, and also again happy new month, June. We're gonna fly much higher in June, okay? Alright guys, see you around. KCFX